Conor, fair to say that Saturday probably wasn't the way that you would want to start after an international break. How are you feeling on this Monday morning?
Very disappointed, I suppose, first and foremost. Like you said, we wanted to get the 3 points, the win. Obviously, that didn't happen. We felt we had a really good week heading into the game, and we had big ambitions to go and get the 3 points, which didn't happen, which was disappointing, like you said. But I think we created loads of chances in the game. I think that was a big thing mentioned after the game, was the amount of chances we created. How the ball didn't go into the net at some stage was frustrating and was disappointing. And ultimately, we got beaten in the game, which is like I said, the big frustration.
Yeah, and I know it can sometimes be difficult to separate result from performance, but are you still reasonably pleased with the performance then?
Yeah, I think if we weren't creating chances in the way that we were playing, I think there would be big question marks. But I think anyone watching the game in a kind of in a positive way, let's say, would see the amount of chances that we are creating, and it was the same against Cambridge at home, same against Cheltenham in recent games that I can remember, and it's just them fine lines in games that aren't kind of going our way, So we need to change that for sure. There's no getting away from that. But the positives are is that the amount of chances that we are creating to try and change that means that we're not too far, I hope.
How much would it change if you were able to get the first goal in games? Because it seems to be so difficult when you go behind and teams sit behind the ball.
Yeah, I think obviously, with the size of the club, with the players that we have, I think if we give teams a goal or something to hang on to, then it becomes way more difficult. I think if we get first goals in games, the game becomes more easily, the performance becomes a bit easier because, they have nothing to hold on to. They have to come out and win the game. The game keeps getting stretched, which suits us. Then all of a sudden, like on Saturday, they get a goal, they can sit behind the ball and they have something to hold on to. It gets more difficult and challenging. So goals are massive in games. They obviously change games. They change momentum. They change the noise, the atmosphere, home and away. So it's something that we want to do, and definitely not concede that first goal, because in any game, not just right now, then the game becomes more challenging, especially against a big club and a big team like Derby in the league, because it gives that opposition something to hold on to and sit behind the ball.
You're captain of the club. After a disappointing game like that, will you say something in the dressing room to the players? Will you address the players, or is it a lesser sort of way that you do things?
No, I think a lot got said after Shrewsbury. I think there was a lot of frustration. But look, that stays in dressing room and in-house, of course. For me, showing frustration to in and around the dressing room and for lads to say their piece is brilliant. It builds character. For me, it gets said in the dressing room and then it gets moved on, and we move on as a stronger group. I think it's great. I don't think you see that enough in the game anymore. So a lot got said in the dressing room at the weekend, and hopefully that can put us in a better place heading into tomorrow's game. Is
there quite a healthy dynamic then in terms of people being able to say what they feel?
Yeah, I think you've got to have that open floor. If people want to say something, by all means, come out and say it. In the dressing room, make us a better group. Have a valid opinion, and you want people to be able to express themselves and have that courage to say something if they feel that it needs to be said. And a few things definitely got said after the game, and like I said, hopefully that will make us in a better place going into the game tomorrow.
Yeah, back home on Tuesday, and a quirk of the schedule means it feels like there's not been a home game in forever. Home form's not been great. How do you change that?
I think we're going to have to change it by putting in a better performance, but trying to be on the front foot and try and get that first goal, because obviously if we go back to what we just said, if they nick the first goal then they sit behind the ball, the game becomes more challenging, the atmosphere changes and whatever. So I think we need to keep creating the chances that we are creating and try and get that first goal, and then get them fans behind us, and it becomes a more of a difficult night then for the opposition. So I think we just need to turn it in our favour at home tomorrow night, and hopefully that would be the case.
Do you see it as we need to do something to get the fans with us?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, without a doubt, that comes down to the players. It comes down to the performances. It comes down to the results ultimately. I think if we want to be successful, we need to put in good performances and good results to get the fans on board, because that's ultimately how it works. The times I've been promoted in my career, I've been very fortunate to be involved in. It's a lot of good results, which means the fans are hugely on board, and we're all together as one, striving for the one goal. And you become a powerful outfit then to stop. So I think that's something that we need to give the fans the minute for us to become a powerful force. Players, fans, everyone together. We need to put in some good performance and get good results to try and turn it around.